Welcome back, everyone. We're doing another fun episode today of Indie Reads Aloud. And these are my favorite because these are children's books. And as you all know, I am a recovering 6-year-old, and I love it when people read out loud to me, especially children's stories. Today, Preethi is back to share with us again. Preethi, just because I don't want to get it wrong, will you pronounce your last name for us?
Yeah, sure. It is Preethi Saravanakumar.
Yeah, see, that's why I don't say that out loud.
Okay.
Because
You
I
can call
know
me.
I'm gonna get it wrong. I
Yeah,
know but I'm
that's
so
fine.
glad that you came back.
Thank
This is
you.
going to be a lot of fun. Preethi is a software developer by profession. Writing poetry remains her major passion. She also writes children's literature, which she's going to share with us today. Preethi has written hundreds of poems, which have been published in a variety of places, including her blog, Instagram, and even a few magazines, not to mention, books at this point, because you've done a lot in the last couple of years. She's published a few picture books as well. Her first book of poetry was published in 2011, and she also published Scribblings of My Soul, which recently won 3 book awards, and I was so honored to have been selected to write the foreword for that book. It's really a
Thank you.
spectacular book. I just love it. And I truly am honored that you asked me to write that. That was
Thank
a
you.
wonderful experience. And that was Pearls of My Mind is the book where we worked together, and it was amazing. I love the idea of chakras and the way that you explained them to everybody and gave us examples. For those of you who are interested in this type of philosophy, you should definitely look into it. It's super duper fun and very accessible. So there's my plug of the day for Preethi, because she's wonderful and I love her.
Thank you. Love you too.
So today the book you're going to read for us is Walking with the Sun. Can you tell me a little bit about this story, where you got the idea?
Nature was the inspiration. We all know that sunrise is in the east and sets in the west. So just like that, I got this idea. Uh, there was a contest in writing.com those days in 2012 or 13. I'm not sure. I was a member in this website. I used to write. You can host a post portfolio. You can have few items there.
Sure.
Yeah, and it's like interactive. Like the members really review your books or writings or whatever. So we had contests. There was this picture or something. Yeah, there was a picture prompt with an elephant and an eagle. So that was that's when I wrote it. Seeing that picture, I only thought of the children's book, children's story.
And as you know, elephants are very dear to me, so I'm really excited about reading this book. And it's fairly new. Didn't it come out
Yeah,
not long ago?
last year, February, like 2023. Yeah,
That's what
so
I
it's
thought.
new.
Yeah. It's pretty exciting to have a new book.
Yeah.
I am super happy to have you, and I love it when you come back because your energy is so warm and so inviting.
Thank you.
And I'm just really, really pleased that you came back. So when you are ready, we're going
Mhm.
to let everybody know, if you're not watching on YouTube and you're listening on Spotify, when you get home, go back and watch it on YouTube, because he's going to share the pictures. The art in this book is spectacular. So I'm really excited to see all of this in big screen detail. So when you are ready, please take the microphone and read aloud.
Sure. Yeah, I would just like to quickly mention the artist, Julia.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she's Julia Duclos. She's from Brazil. I've worked with her for like many of my projects. And she did a very lovely job with this book, bringing the characters to life. I
Yeah.
love the artwork. She's done a
She's
lovely
an
job.
amazing artist. I've seen the work she's done. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll let
And
her
I
know.
love that this is truly an international story, because you're doing the story and we have her doing the art, and truly it is a book that can reach out to many different cultures. So I'm super excited about that.
Sure. Yeah.
Why don't we just jump into it? I'm really excited. here I am being 6, right?
Sure.
So I promise I'll talk more like an adult after the story's over.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm sharing.
Okay. So technology can be fun.
Yeah. Can you see the
Nope,
screen?
not yet.
Oh,
Not yet. Go ahead and click that little button. There we go.
I'm sorry. I think I
Now we
just
can see it.
I forgot to click it. Yeah.
Okay, the microphone is yours, Preethi. Please read aloud.
Yeah. So I'll start with the blurb. The book blurb says the title is Walking with the Sun, and this book is about two friends, an elephant and an eagle. They're best friends, and it's a day in their life. What happens on that particular day is the story. And the blurb says, walk, walk, walk round the clock. Did they find a hawk or a big rock? What did Gaja talk? What did Garud mock? Sorry. What did Gaja talk? Who did Garud mock? Ideas they unlock. Squawk, squawk, knock, knock. Two friends, one journey, a big realization. Following Garud's idea, they walked towards the west to escape the scorching heat. Did they really walk away from the sun? Later, a big surprise awaits Gaja. So, Gaja is the elephant. Literally, it means elephant in Sanskrit, in Indian language. And Garud literally means eagle.
What fun! Educational and enjoyable.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is an illustration of the characters. In a deep forest, there lived two best friends, an elephant, Gaja, and an eagle, Garud. They were so loving and caring that all of the other animals envied their friendship. They were together talking, playing, dancing, and singing in nature's paradise. So that's an illustration. On a hot and sunny day, both were sitting exhausted. Garud, hiding in the bushes, said in a dull voice, I wish the sun would set soon, my friend. Gaja, sitting under a huge tree, hoping to get some shade, replied, so do I. But it seems like the day is very long. Sun is still on the eastern side, my friend. We have no choice but to wait until the radiant star sinks. Garud agreed to his friend's point and flew closer to him. After a while, Garud, in a curious voice, said, but can't we do something about it? About what? Asked Garud. Garud, thinking hard, something to escape the scorching heat. Confused, Gaja turned to his friend. How do we do that? Garud exclaimed, smiling, I have an idea. Puzzled, Gaja replied, what is it? Garud, looking at the sun, if we walk towards the west, then the night may come early. Gaja, in a happy voice, wow, what a great idea. So they moved towards the west, hoping that the sun would set soon. The proud bird sat on his friend's back. They walked and walked for a long time. It was only getting hotter and hotter. They had no clue why the night did not show up. The poor friends did not know that they were walking along with the sun. They would not reach the cool moon anytime soon. After walking for almost the whole day, they decided to rest for some time. They halted under a tree to refresh themselves. Gaja and Garud were so tired that they fell asleep immediately. When they woke up to their surprise, they felt the cool breeze blow across their face. They saw the magnificent orange sky, which looked like a golden drape with foamy clouds woven to form a heavenly scene. Enjoying the moment, the ignorant friends realized that the sun was finally sinking. They looked at each other and they could not stop laughing. Garud murmured in a low voice, "Oh, how foolish was I." Gaja cheered his friend. "We learned a big lesson, my friend. Walk away from discomfort to overcome it." Garud looking at his dearest friend, "And you'll never see happiness if you walk with sadness." Contented, delighted with the enlightened wisdom, they headed eastward to their sweet home forest. The charming white moon was showering silver rays. The balmy breeze, filled with the exotic scent of wildflowers, soothed the tired friends. They walked for a while and found themselves in a familiar route that leads to their home. They moved forward, talking, playing, laughing, teasing, and teasing. Later, they walked quietly, and they were too weary. Suddenly, Garud chuckled and was talking to himself. Gaja found this quite unusual and questioned, "What's going on?" "Nothing," assured Garud. Almost instantly, he diverted the topic and talked about how hungry he was. Amused, Gaja was not convinced. He thought something was fishy. When they arrived home, they did not see any of their jungle friends at all. The place was so quiet that it seemed like there was no habitat in the jungle. Garud looked impatient and self occupied. Gaja was about to address concern, but then suddenly all the friends popped out of the bushes. At once, the place was crowded. There were lights, songs, flowers, balloons, hats, cake, and smiles. Everybody screamed, "Happy birthday, Gaja." Garud sighed with a sense of relief. "I did it." Enthralled, Gaja had fun with all his friends. He felt blessed and thankful. Gaja learned that Garud was the one behind the surprise party. This is why he had come up with a plan to go for a walk. Getting lost in the heat was not included in the plan, though. The jungle mates ate, played, danced, and sang together. Gaja enjoyed every moment of his special day. He thought it was the best surprise of the year. He thanked all his pals, especially Garud, for making his day so memorable. Later, after the grand party, both friends spent some time lying down under the starry sky. They recalled their adventurous walk and concluded, "Sorrow is never permanent." Gaja in a soft voice. A hot, scary, sunny day ended up with a sweet surprise and fun-filled moments after all. Garud in a husky voice, sleepy tone. "You see, after every sunset there is a promising sunrise." Garud and Gaja learn the importance of sadness or discomfort and how to find solutions to overcome difficulties. They realize how unexpected life is. Lastly, happiness that comes after discomfort is much appreciated. They fall asleep in no time. Gaja already dreams about planning for Garud's surprise birthday party. The end.
A wonderful story. Thank you so very much. I love the
Thank
art
you.
in this book. It's really quite lovely art. Um,
Yeah, the
the
artist, yeah,
the
she just
artist
brought
did a
back,
great job.
yeah,
Yeah,
she
the
brought back,
watercolors are just so vibrant. I love them.
yeah.
So, an elephant and an eagle are kind of an unlikely pairing. What made you decide that you were going to put these two characters in the book?
like I said, the story I wrote for the prompt, a picture prompt. That
Okay.
picture had an elephant and an eagle. So I was like, yeah, why can't they be friends? Yeah, I just
Yeah,
wrote about
that
them.
picture in itself is unusual
Yeah,
because those animals don't live in the same place.
yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Is there is there some symbolism in your culture that enhances the idea of elephants or eagles?
Uh, Elephants are actually associated with Lord Ganesha. Usually, if you talk spiritually, we have an elephant god with the trunk, is called Ganesha. So that is there. But generally speaking, elephants, we see elephants as strong, um, like all the basic qualities of like stability, strength, all those things,
Okay.
like that. And Garud, yes, the eagle also is there in many of our scriptures and stories and mythology and everywhere. But this story, when I wrote, I didn't really think about those associations. I just, took it like two friends, jungle
So
friends.
this was just pure imagination.
Yes,
That's fantastic. I love
yeah.
that. That's great.
But I started with that idea, if you really, in real life, if you walk with the sun, you will never really, you're actually walking in the same direction. So
Sure,
that
sure.
was that line that I picked up, like, okay, with this line, I should expand it. So that's what I did.
I also love that sentiment about um, walking with discomfort so that you can walk past it. I think that's
Yeah,
a really great thing. Sometimes we have to endure the difficult times so that we can celebrate at the end. And that's exactly what
right.
happened in your story. I really, really love how you brought that full circle for little people. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for reading again on the program. Do
Sure.
you have another book coming out soon?
I am writing one, yeah, I mean, I've compiled another poetry book. It's
Okay.
not poetry book, a chapbook. Yeah, a smaller one, not the
Okay.
big
A
one. Yeah,
shorter poetry book.
yeah, the
Yeah.
chapbook.
Yeah.
So it's titled "It Ought to Be the Flow of Life." That's the title. So yeah, I've just compiled it. So
How
maybe
soon
that
do
will
you
go.
think that's going to come out?
Um, I can like, yeah, I can publish it this year for sure. Yeah, this year. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, and I have other picture book manuscripts also there. So like there's one that I'm planning to start on with Julia. It's called The Work of Art on the Wall. It's about an artwork and imagination, like kind of like fantasy, what the character does with that art interaction.
Oh,
Something like that.
that'll be fun. Oh, I
Yeah.
look forward to having you back in the program to read that when it comes out.
Yeah.
And
Great.
anyone who wants to learn more about Preethi's work, you can go to the show notes and her website, and links are all there. Thanks again, Preethi, for
Thank you.
joining me. I'm so grateful that we are friends and that you're able to come back and read to me. It's a great way to spend an afternoon, I think.
Thank you for having me. And I love to chat with you, Diana. Thank you.
My pleasure. Have a nice afternoon.
You too. Thank you. Bye.